Well, it's coming. The winter storm. The experts are saying that we've got roughly an average of, they're saying around 7.5, 8 inches coming, which isn't a huge amount, but the bigger issue is there's gonna be a lot of wind with it. So that's gonna create a lot of drifting. And I've still got a few items that I wanna get underneath the new roof before that stuff hits. Number one, the race car trailer here. I got a few tires and some power tools and stuff to take out of that before I put that inside. I've got that truck back there. That has got the heater plugged in, the battery charger's on it. I wanna get that under a roof. Get her. Oh, not me, no, no. Her. There. All right, I'll put the attachment on this thing so I can move some trailers around. I know, I spend a lot of time moving things around. But this here really is just finishing up the job that I started a few days ago. It's mostly just tucking things in for the winter at this point, but with the storm coming, you know, you gotta be organized. I might be able to move the combine and get that race trailer tucked in there a little better too. Throw the handy attachment on. They did get the windows in the door here. I think they look good. It's gonna be nice to have some extra windows up front. They got the corner trim on now. This shed is 100% buttoned up, so they could probably come get our extra bathroom here any day. I have had lots of people comment on the speed of this shed, especially when the oil and the pump is cold in here. It's, I don't know what the exact temp is now, but it's gotta be mid-20s. So I'm gonna time this thing to show you guys that it's not actually, it's not very slow. 15 seconds. Didge is excited. Lots of questions about this door. A lot of people wondering why we didn't go with an overhead door. The biggest reason is because we don't really lose much headroom with this door. If we wanted to go to an overhead door and get 17 to 18 feet of headroom, we would have needed to build a 20-foot tall building. So we were able to build the whole building lower because of this door. We're at 48 seconds. We're almost there. Here we go. 54 seconds. That is slower than it opens when it's warm out. I think I did it when it was about 45 degrees a week ago or so here. We get a lot of temperature variation this time of year, but I think it opened in like 35, 40 seconds. But I don't think it's gonna get much slower than this. I guess we'll find out. The big question is, will this beast want to start so that I can tuck a trailer back in here? Tucka, 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 tucka. Austin Powers? Dr. Evil? Anybody? I'm sorry to start you right now. A little chilly. I didn't like it, but neither did I. It's running. This thing just barely fits through this 60-foot wide door. There's really only an extra 30 feet or so. Like a glove. I've had a lot of comments in the past video about sealing up the cracks underneath this building. That is the plan, but right now we are frozen solid, and we were when they finished this building. And the back half of this building has a ton of really deep ruts because they were working in the mud there when they did that. So I plan on bringing gravel in here, but it's gonna wait until spring when we're thawed out so I can level everything back there first, get a better handle on some of the nails around the edges. We'll bring some gravel in. We are gonna do concrete underneath the doors just so the doors seal up real nice. That way we keep the birds out and hopefully the rodents to a certain extent, but they find a way in no matter what you do. I think I'll back the combine in now because I might be able to kind of get it in a better spot. I think. It's my theory anyway. That's one of those sensors, that's just kidding. There, that's a much better fit than we had before. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. These are starting to terrify me. I spent a lot of time picking up in here, but you can only do so much by hand to get rid of those things. Anna was making sure I knew what was next. As I was browsing around in the yard, I found this 8-row, sorry, that's a 12-row 12 row, 30-inch corn header. It was hiding behind the bins here, and I figure I may as well get it out of here because I am gonna need to move snow around here. And yes, this is an extra header, so we would like to sell this. I don't know exactly for how much yet, but I think it's a 2010 or a 2011. We bought it on auction a few years ago. Never had any issues with it. We got that folding header now. We sold some soybeans, so I'm gonna put the grain cart on this thing. I don't need to hook it all up, but I wanna get it in the shop here before it's covered in snow, because we are gonna be moving some beans out of here in probably 10 days. It's just gonna be harder to get to this thing after we have another foot of snow on the ground. I forgot the spout was up, so I will have to hook everything up. Oh, whatever, it's gotta be done anyway. It's all coming together perfectly. Now my final big hope is that this thing will fire up so I can put it in that new shed. It's still taking a charge, I've been checking it. We're gonna give her the boost. Come on, baby. I never doubted it. No doubt. Let that run for a little bit just to charge things up a little. It's starting to get kind of full in here. I wonder if we didn't build this shed big enough. I'm just messing with you. We could have built it 2 miles long by 3 miles wide, and eventually it would not be big enough. That one there is hard starting, so I'm gonna put it in the heated shed. And since the big one's sitting next to it, I'll probably put that one in there too. I hate to do it, but I want some extra room in here so I can clean some things up and move stuff around. So I'm gonna put the Scottsdale over in the cold shed. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna forget about you. I'm just relocating you. Come on. That is a beautiful sound. Getting kind of old and wrinkly. I should probably update it. Unfortunately, a late spring combined with the fact that we had a couple of buildings at our farm blow away led to me not putting nearly the miles on this thing like I would have liked to this summer. It was just, this summer I didn't have any time to go joyriding. So I figure I'll take it now and run all the way to the end of the driveway and get the mail. Shut this beast off. And I got the battery disconnect switch. And I've got the tarp unplugged. Will it start next time? Probably not, but we'll see, maybe. Now I promise you it has not gotten any warmer since I raised this door. So we're gonna time it again and see where we're at. Timer is started. Here we go. We're under 40 seconds yet. Slows down at the very bottom here. There we are. It was under 50 seconds because we had a few seconds on it before I hit the button, so it's not that slow. And how exactly they build a window so that it can lay flat and kind of bounce around a little bit when the door was up, I don't know, but they're still here. I think once you pull the paper off the windows, it becomes pretty official that the building is done. What do you think, Anna? This whole yard gonna be covered in an extra foot of snow in the next 24 hours? I think close. But before things get too moist out here, I think it's important that we have the vehicles ready that we need to be able to get around if we're up here on the frozen tundra. You too. So you remember that old wrinkly snowmobile I talked about updating? I'm just gonna run up the road and do that. There we go. It's actually a little bit more than just up the road, but I'm here now. That'll do. A lot less wrinkles in this one. That is an XCR 850. Didn't come with the new hat. I paid for that. I'm a Polaris guy. Always have been. Grew up riding Polaris. It's just kind of my thing. Onyx.
Hi, are you at Nice right now?
I am, but I'm just pulling out.
Oh, you get your sled?
I got it in the back.
Is it nice?
I hope so. It seems nice. It was nice to load.
Yeah. Did you grab it today so you could ride it tomorrow?
That's the hope. I don't know if I'll ride it tomorrow, but I just thought the roads are nicer today than they're going to be later on in the week, and if we get a bunch of snow, I'm going to want it.
Yeah.
I swear to you guys that call with Onyx, that was not scheduled, that was not planned, but yeah. New snowmobile. I figured with all this snow coming, if we get trapped in here, I'm gonna have to find a way to provide for my family in one way or another. Actually, I ordered the thing in like March or April, or I don't even know when. Onyx had to come down and check it out right away. Anna's pretty pumped because she can chase me on it, because that's what she likes to do.
Original photo.
It's way different?
But the original photo
Yeah.
you sent me, I don't think it had the black tunnel, and it had blue down there.
Yeah, I don't remember. I made some changes at the...
And this white wasn't here.
Made a few changes right before I put in the final
The
order.
Matrixes have different style seats.
They do, yeah. Okay, stick around to find out if I actually get to ride that thing or not. We'll see what happens overnight.